My buddy Mo always said, Seabass, there's two ways to solve every problem, with money or with violence. And if you're not getting the job done with one, just apply twice as much with the other. It got me thinking, who's the most powerful or wealthiest dude around? Obviously, Lord Sevi rules this planet with a Marfan Syndrome fist, so that was an easy answer. But who is in possession of the most cheddar and managed to stack their stacks to the heavens the quickest? Figuring that out wasn't too complex. All I had to do was follow the money. The normies will always go to what's popular, so I looked into what the most profitable franchise of all time was. I was thinking it'd be Danganronpa or E-Dubs Industries, but I suppose those are too sophisticated for the everyday man, because they weren't even in the top 10. Instead, it turned out to be something called Pokemon, a franchise known for creating games and 75% of all Rule 34 on the internet. Then, using my expert abilities of looking slightly to the right, I looked up who the creator of Pokemon was and what he was actually worth. Oh, that's a good number. You can buy 6 whole shark cards with that. And so, armed with this knowledge, I sought off to find somebody even wealthier, because if they could be richer than the richest dude, then surely they must be masters of the world around them, mind-benders that close deals and sign checks with such ease that it becomes second nature. Who was brave enough to answer the call? Ring ring. It's Soulja Boy. 3 times the money, 3 times the wealth, 3 times the intelligence. But how did he ascend to this level in the first place? What were the skills he used to finesse and work his way up from the dirt to the penthouse he so richly deserves? Well, it all comes down to his negotiation skills, and luckily, we have footage of that today. A video that step by step showcases the negotiating skills of a multi-millionaire as he tries to abscond with a plate of fried shrimp. Let's watch.
Hey, let me see.
Mr. Boy's first move is paramount to his success. He utilizes the element of surprise and ambushes this man in a hotel hallway. He covers him from the east, the south, and he even summons another jingle jangler from the gallows to cover his 12 o'clock. This fellow, totally disarmed and taken aback from the posse that has suddenly surrounded him, is now in a stunned state. And in this state, Shrimpy Jones is temporarily befuddled. Mr. Boy knows 2 things. 1, Shrimp Man's options are few, and he holds the cards to his freedom. And 2, he will be leaving with those shrimp, no matter what.
Man, you eating good? How about food? Where you get that from?
TGI Friday.
Where that? It's still open?
Right. Yeah.
You out?
And so we see Soulja's second move, intimidation. He rapidly fires questions at Shrimp Man and never gives him a chance to answer them. This is an interrogation technique known as flooding, and it is used by intelligence agencies all over the world to break down soldiers and get information. By overstimulating the subject, they are now thrown for a loop and don't know what their next move is. If done long enough, this effectively makes a subject putty in the interrogator's hands. Soulja Boy, being a soldier himself, has seen this technique firsthand and has mastered it over his long and storied career. He pulls it off effortlessly, and the effect it has on Shrimp Man is immediate. He is unable to maintain eye contact with Soulja and frequently avoids his gaze, indicating weakness and a lack of authority. He realizes he is not the boss here. Meanwhile, Soulja utilizes yet another interrogation technique known as the power gaze, and by narrowing his eyes and holding eye contact, he strikes fear into his heart and shows him who the true alpha male is.
Man. Fool. Fool.
What up, sir?
Man, come on, fool. Come on, fool.
His third strike, staking his claim. Soulja immediately, without asking or requesting permission, digs his fingers into Shrimp Man's meal and extracts several shrimp, eating them all right in front of his face. The purpose of this technique is to increase compliance. At the start of this encounter, the first thing Soulja says to him is a command to open the box. He then asks him to do another action soon after, and Shrimp Man complies yet again. Because it's been proven, getting people to do favors for you once will make them want to do more favors for you in the future. This technique is called the Ben Franklin effect, and it's extremely powerful when used correctly. However, it's also a controversial and difficult technique to pull off because it has the highest chance of disaster. If the favor you ask for is too big or you've not established rapport beforehand, it can end the encounter right there and you leave with nothing. However, since Soulja has already established the intimidation factor and previous compliance beforehand, Shrimp Man does nothing.
real. This is what I want though. I want all this. You can have the real.
Oh, all that?
Yeah, hold on, man. Get the rib. Get the whole rib.
On the sauce in motherfucker in the salad.
Just grab the rib and I'm gonna take all the rest of that. Text me what that is on my phone and I'm gonna order you a whole another order when I order mine. How about that deal?
His final move, the deal. And notice Soulja's wording and language here. He repeatedly says, I want all of this, or this is what I want. At no point does he compromise on his desires, and only once does he acknowledge what the other party will be getting in return. He says he will buy Shrimp Man an entirely new dish to replace the one Soulja will be eating, and in exchange, Soulja wants all the shrimp. This is a technique known as lying, and it's used by the police to extract information and confessions. It works best when the interrogating party knows exactly what the subject wants, and then dangles that possibility in front of them to get their info. Because Crustacean Jones loves food, it works perfectly here, and the man tears apart that plate immediately to comply with Soulja's orders, resulting in a full belly for Soulja and an even fuller wallet. And so he disappears into the night, stopping only at an Applebee's briefly to steal a bucket of tater tots from a family of 5.